Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw, and I am back at my grandma's house. It's really late, and I was sleeping, but I can't get any sleep. And since sorry about the cars out there, but since I'm awake, I might as well just do this movie review. I'm gonna be talking really quietly because my grandma's sleeping in the other room. Don't want to disturb her, and they've been watching TV all day, which is why I haven't been able to get this video out, even though I really wanted to. But also, since I'm awake, I also bought a little buddy right here who could also be called Dr. Sleep. And he's kind of mad that I'm not sleeping at the moment, but hey. Anyways, you know what I'm reviewing today, so let's get into it. Dr. Sleep is the sequel, the official sequel to The Shining, which is also a sequel, which is also based off a book, which is also a sequel to The Shining. And this takes place like around 30 years after the events of The Shining, where Danny and his mother has escaped, although his mother is gone now. He's like 30, I want to say like 36 or 37. He's played by Ewan McGregor, and he stumbles upon, when he goes into this house, he stumbles upon, writings on the wall from this girl named Abra, who also shines as well, and they come up with each other, and there's this woman who is stealing, vapor from people's souls and stuff. Basically, they're shining as well, and when they communicate with each other, they find ways of keeping up with this woman so they can find a way to stop her from all the shinings and stealing their shinings and stuff like that. Now, when I heard there was going to be a sequel to The Shining, I was really looking forward to it, and I think they got the perfect director, Mike Flanagan, who's directed so many fantastic horror films, from Oculus to Hush and Gerald's Game, and I think he also helped with a mini-series called Haunting of Hill House. I'm not sure if it's a miniseries. I think it's a TV series. I'm not 100% sure. And he also managed to make a prequel / sequel to one of the worst horror films of the entire decade, Ouija, and actually make it a huge, massive improvement over that. I love that movie. And I've loved most of the movies that he's made. I don't think he's disappointed me with a movie yet. So I was really looking forward to see what his direction for this film will take, and honestly, this movie, it did not disappoint in the slightest. I think this is the best Stephen King adaptation of the year so far, in terms of films like Pet Sematary and It Chapter 2, which I also thought were really good. This is easily the best Stephen King adaptation of the year, and I'm not really sure what Stephen King has said about this movie. Let me know in the comments if he's said anything about this movie, because, if there's one thing that's pretty infamous about The Shining, is that King himself did not like the movie. He absolutely hated the adaptation, which is why there's also a miniseries, which really wasn't that good. But I can understand, we can understand where it's coming from. It wasn't faithful to his adaptation enough, with all the changes and situations and stuff like that. So yeah, I can completely see where he's coming from. But, in terms of, this being a flat-out sequel to The Shining, there's a lot going for it. There are definitely a lot of scenes that reference the old movie, particularly when the movie opens up, which I'm not going to spoil for you. And first off, Evan McGregor is fantastic as Dan Torrance. And the girl that played Abra, she was also fantastic, and I really enjoyed her character. I thought she was a really interesting character, the way that she also has the shining as well. It is truly fantastic, and there are so many sequences that can truly disturb you in expectations that I did not expect to happen, because there are some really tense moments in the movie. It's 2.5 hours long, almost as long as It Chapter 2. It's but I really enjoyed those 2.5 hours. The movie never seemed to slow down. It managed to know, it knows exactly what it was trying to go for in terms of it being a sequel to The Shining. Although there are some moments which I think are kind of going to divide critics, especially towards the end. Like, is the ending. That's one thing that people are divided about. Is it just fan service? Is it really trying to end how it's supposed to go? Or I'm not sure, because I never read them. I never read the novels. I don't really read books. I usually go into. I'm usually a film person. I've always been a film person, but I'm sure Stephen King's novels are absolutely fantastic. My sister actually does read books, and she actually did read the novel for it, and she saw the second movie with us, which was pretty cool. Basically, what I'm saying is, it's the last act of the movie supposed to be just fan service. But honestly, I thought the final act of the movie was absolutely fantastic. I thought the way it ended was fantastic, and I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, like I said before. But honestly, I think what this movie really gets right is the fact that there are situations that happens that are definitely going to leave a lot more answers, just like from the first movie, because there are so many other references to the original movie that people are going to have questions about, because the first movie was really divisive, but has soon become a cult classic. I think that's what's going to happen with this movie as well. Critics are enjoying it for the most part, and all in all, I think this movie was definitely worth it. It's very well directed. It's surprisingly uniquely well edited. I really enjoyed the way it was edited. Fantastic performances, great characters, and it left me with a good feeling, and I enjoyed almost every second of it. This is easily one of the best horror films of the year, and I'm glad it didn't disappoint. Mike Flanagan, you have done it again. I'm going to give Dr. Sleep a 4.5 out of 5. So yeah, definitely check this movie out. If you're a fan of The Shining, if you're a fan of Mike Flanagan, if you enjoyed the novel, I think you're really going to enjoy this movie as well. So yeah, surprisingly, next week, there is a movie that's going to be playing that I did not think was going to be playing at my local theater, so I cannot wait for that. Also, there is one movie that I'm going to be reviewing for guys, which might really surprise you, but I'm only seeing it just for you guys. You'll see what it is eventually. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.